Peterson spring self-propelled aerial work platform scissor lift operator training. Definitions. Aerial work platform means an entire device that is designed and manufactured to raise personnel to an elevated work position on a platform supported by scissors, masts, or booms, or any vehicle-mounted device, telescoping or articulating or both, which is used to position an employee. Top 10 aerial lift fatality causes. Operating on uneven surface. Encountering holes, debris, and drop-offs while operating elevated. Climbing above or leaning over the 42-inch minimum top rail. Overloading and collapsing the boom, i.e. using a lift as a material crane. Making contact with electrical conductors and uninsulated portion of the lift, neglecting to deploy outriggers or brace sufficiently against tip over, making body contact with electrical conductors or entering the induction field, operating the lift in inclement weather or low visibility conditions, inexperienced or untrained operators, unobserved, uncorrected mechanical or structural defects in equipment. Scissor lift accidents. The most common types of accidents involving a scissor lift include tip over, caused by misapplication of the machine obstacles, misuse of equipment, machines marked used on level surface only, used outdoor for the sake of economy or availability, often resulting in tip overs, and lack of maintenance. Training. An employer shall provide each employee who will operate the aerial work platform with instruction and training regarding the equipment before a permit is issued or reissued. Such instruction and training shall include the following: instructions by a qualified person in the intended purpose and function of each of the controls, training by a qualified person or reading and understanding the manufacturer's and owner's operating instructions and safety rules, understanding by reading or by having a qualified person explain all decals, warnings, and instructions displayed on the aerial work platform, reading and understanding the provisions of this sub-rule and sub-rules 1 to 9 of this rule, or be trained by a qualified person on their content. 2. An employer shall provide the operator of an aerial work platform with aerial work platform permit. The requirements of sub-rule 1, A, B, C, and D of this rule shall be met before an employee is issued a permit. 4. A permit shall be carried by the operator or be available at the job site/workplace and shall be displayed upon request by a Department of Labor or Economic Growth representative. A permit shall indicate the type of aerial work platform an operator has been trained on and is qualified to operate. Training continued. A permit to operate an aerial work platform is valid only when performing work for the employer who is issued the permit. A permit shall be issued for a period of not more than 3 years. A permit shall contain all of the following information: firm name, operator's name, operator ID number if any, name of the issuing authority, type of truck authorized to operate, self-propelled, operator and restrictions if any. The permit shall state the nature of the restriction, date issued, date expiring. The manufacturer's operating instructions and safety rules shall be provided and maintained in a legible manner on each unit by the employer. This is an example of a permit that will be issued by a person receiving and passing the training. It will have the employee name, the date tested, the date expired, company name, and instructor. Operating policies. Authorized employees shall have the following before operating the scissor lift. Training. Peterson Spring shall provide each employee who will operate the scissor lift with instructions and training regarding the equipment before a permit is issued. Equipment. Employees must be certified to operate the scissor lift. This model has a two-person maximum limit and a capacity of 750 pounds. Safety. The scissor lift should be only operated when fall/barrier protection is in place. Fall protection. A scissor lift should be only operated when fall/barrier protection and personal fall arrest systems, harness/lanyard, are in place based on company policy. Fall protection. This comes from the OSHA standard, Rule 58.36. The employer shall provide a safety harness that has a lanyard which is in compliance with construction safety fall protection standard and which is affixed to attachment points provided and approved by the manufacturer. Any occupant of an aerial work platform described in Precision R 408.15802 A and C and figures 1 and 3 shall use a safety harness. A fall arrest system shall only be used where the aerial lift is designed to withstand the vertical or lateral loads caused by an arrest fall. 3. An employer shall be prohibited from belting off to an adjacent pole, structure, or equipment while working from an aerial work platform. 4. An employee shall not allow employees to exit an elevated aerial work platform except where elevated work area is inaccessible or hazardous to reach. Employees may exit the platform with the knowledge and consent of their employer. When employee exits to an unguarded work area, fall protection shall be provided and used as prescribed in the fall protection standard. Scissor lift capacity. This model has a maximum limit of 2 people. An extension retracted capacity of 750 pounds, an extended platform capacity of 450 pounds inside and 300 pounds on the extended platform area, a maximum allowable side force of 100 pounds. And the display shows the picture to the left, 2 persons, extension retracted. When the extension is extended, the inside is 450 pounds, the outside is 300 pounds, and then the last illustration is 100 pounds for side load force. Operator responsibilities. The operator of this scissor lift is required to complete a workplace pre-inspection prior to lift operation to check the work area for possible hazards and have area supervisors sign the workplace pre-inspection report. The operator of the scissor lift shall ensure all personnel on the platform are wearing safety gear as required. The operator of the scissor lift is required to complete a workplace pre-inspection report. This is a workplace pre-inspection report and it illustrates what should be checked and if the condition is good or is not, and then any problems or hazardous conditions that affect the safety of the operator shall be reported and corrected prior to commencing work. Again, equipment inspection report, monthly maintenance check sheet goes over check hydraulic oil level, check for leaks, check for battery water level, battery cables for corrosion, control cables for tears, ensure the door return spring works and latches, check bolt and retaining clip, check emergency button and tires. Safe operating practices continued. We want to limit travel speed according to the conditions of the ground surface, congestion of the work site, visibility, slope, location of personnel, or any other factors causing hazards of collision or injury to personnel. Maintain a clear view of path of travel when elevated. Maintain a safe distance from obstacles, debris, drop-offs, holes, depressions, ramps, and other possible hazards when elevated. Maintain a safe distance from overhead obstacles when elevated. Safe operating practices continued. Do not stunt drive or conduct horseplay. Shut down or cease operation of the lift in case of any suspected malfunctions of the unit or of any potential hazardous conditions or hazardous environmental locations which may be encountered. Report all potential problems to the appropriate people and make sure any problems have been corrected before proceeding. Safe operating practices. We want to use special precautions when other equipment and/or vehicles are present. Warnings such as, but not limited to, flags, roped off areas, flashing lights, and barricades shall be used. Do not alter or disable any interlock or safety devices. Don't position a scissor lift against another object to steady the platform. Do not use the scissor lift as a crane. Do not operate scissor lift from a position on trucks or trailers. Stay at least 10 feet from power lines less than 50,000 volts. This shows you the electrical hazards and how far we need to stay away based on the voltage. Safe operating practices continue. Cease operations if the elevating platform assembly becomes caught, snagged, or otherwise prevented from normal motion by an adjacent structure or other obstacles such that control reversal does not free the platform. All personnel shall be removed from the platform before attempts are made to free the platform using ground controls. Do not alter or modify the aerial work platform unless you have written permission to do so by the manufacturer. Operate the scissor lift within the manufacturer's operating manual. Authorized platform operators have the responsibility not to allow unauthorized personnel to operate the scissor lift. Aerial work platforms must be equipped with emergency controls at ground level and must be capable of overriding platform controls. Rotating shafts, gears, and other moving parts that are exposed to contact must be guarded. There must be an attachment point for fall protection devices. Operator must ensure that the area surrounding the platform is clear of personnel and equipment before lowering the platform. Directional controls must return automatically to the off or neutral position when they are let go. These show the operating controls of the scissor lift. These show the ground level controls of the scissor lift. Aerial work platform evaluation form, onboard and operational. We want to use 3-point mount. We want to ensure the secure entry gate works. We want to check the controls. Make sure the hydraulics are in good condition. We want to make sure the controls operate forward, backwards, right, left. We want to ensure the speed settings and proper height. Wheels are straight. Travel with the lower platform lowered. We want to make sure that we're lowered when we're traveling. We want to have a clear view of the surrounding areas. We want to ensure distance from obstacles, hazards, ensure speed, steering, and check rear for clearances before we move. Again, operating, we want to select best position to elevate. We want to stop first. If there's safety strap or harness, we want to make sure that we put it on. We want to ensure we're on firm ground, flat surface, smooth operations. We want to look for overhead clearances or hazards. When we're lowering the platform, we want to make sure it's smooth and check below first. When we park the platform, we want to park it in a safe area. We want to lower the platform, turn the power off, remove the key, use the 3-point dismount, and if we're charging, we want to put the charge on. General safety. Is aware of overhead restrictions, gives the right of way to pedestrians, and is attention to safety. Feet on the platform. Employees shall maintain firm footing on the platform while working on the platform. The use of railings, planks, ladders, or any other device on the platform for achieving additional height is prohibited. An elevating work platform should be driven from the platform control panel and not the lower controls. Questions. Now we will begin the 10-question quiz. Question 1. Authorized platform operators have the responsibility not to allow unauthorized personnel to operate a lift. A, true. B, false. Question 2. Swinging gates on lift platforms should remain open during operation. A, true. B, false. Question 3. An elevated work platform can be driven from either the platform control panel or the lower control panel. A, true. B, false. Question 4. Most manufacturers recommend that you keep your lift a blank foot distance away from power lines less than 50,000 volts. A, 3. B, 5. C, 10. D, 12. Question 5. There is no reason you should ever tie off your lanyard to something outside the platform. A, true. B, false. Question 6. The extension retracted capacity of the scissor lift is blank. A, 500 pounds. B, 350 pounds. C, 750 pounds. D, 1,000 pounds. Question 7. You can climb on rails or use a ladder within a lift to obtain additional height. A, true. B, false. Question 8. What is the maximum person limit of your scissor lift? A, 1 person. B, 4 people. C, 2 people. D, 1.5 people. Question 9. The scissor lift permits are good for a blank year period. A, 2. B, 3. C, 4. D, 1. Question 10. Do not alter or modify the aerial work platform unless you have written permission to do so by the manufacturer. A, true. B, false.